Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Michael. So we're back in Webkinz Classic today. I see you on the map.
Yeah, and actually today's Podkinz Mini is going to be about the DIY design event, which is going to take place on Webkinz Classic from Thursday, May 19th to Friday, May 27th. So I wanted just to explain how this event works.
So excited. I feel like our players have really gotten into this DIY event.
Yeah.
Last time we introduced clothing too, which was sort of a separate thing, but there's so many
Yeah.
options for cool furniture and clothing that you can make. So I love this that we're bringing.
Yeah, that was the tie-dye event that we had earlier. This one works a little different, but I just wanted to remind players as well. I'm on my Kinsville map because you still have until the end of the month to complete your flower collection.
Oh,
And
full prizes this time around. Well, they're always beautiful, but I love these gardening sort of
yeah,
decor. Look at that.
they're great. Yeah, you can get a free flower every day just by clicking on the icon. Deluxe players get 2, and then you can ask your friends for up to 5 more. So I actually have a garden shed room built that you
Oh,
are currently in, so we can show that a little later. Yeah, so for this DIY design event, if you'll notice at the WShop, under fun stuff here, there's a DIY section of
yeah.
the WShop. Yeah, and here is where you can buy design tickets and the DIY furniture pieces that works with the DIY event. You mentioned the clothing before. Clothing only works with the tie-dye event. And
Yeah,
so,
and we
yeah,
tried to be really clear when the clothing event came out. We tried to be really clear. You can't interchange furniture dye and clothing dye. So yeah, we just need to keep repeating that so people don't get some
yep.
easy.
There is actually one die available, and it's available for 2,000 eStore points, and it's the retro die. And Mandy, actually, on today's episode, we're going to be giving away a bottle of this DIY retro die
Oh,
for
cool.
free.
I love that pattern. You know what? When we first did our first run of DIY, they had those colors in it, right? Like there was a
Mhm.
purple, a green, and a blue. And so the retro dye did a really nice job of combining them. And so it was really nice for mixing and matching.
Right. So with both events, the tie-dye event and the DIY dye event, you do need design tickets to use when you craft on the clothing machine. So let me pick a couple of those up, and I'll pick up some of this furniture. Now, Mandy, the furniture actually just looks nice in room as is, right? Just as
Yeah,
white.
it's great. Like if you just want a nice white lamp, look at that. It's really nice. And the clean lines of the furniture and the rug or
Hmm.
and the window, like I'm happy just to have some of those in my room. I like mixing and matching different themes and patterns. And so there are so many rooms these can go in, even if you don't dye them.
Oh, absolutely. Before we go to the clothing machine, let me go to the code shop on Webkinz Classic and enter that code for the retro die. Yeah, all of you guys can enter this code. It expires on June 30th, so you don't have too much time to enter it. So you'll want to do that right away. But it's W24V2L4VRGUXEVXQ. Click unlock, and then your die
Yay!
will be awarded to your account. Yeah, and you can use the AZ tab in order to scroll and find that die in your dock. Okay, so now we'll head to the clothing machine to use our die design tickets and furniture to make new furniture.
Okay, so it's the clothing machine for either the furniture or the clothing, but it's the dye that is different, right? So it has to be the tie-dye with the clothing, and it has to be one of the furniture ones with the furniture.
Yeah, and we had the
Okay.
tie-dye event earlier this year, so currently you won't find tie-dye on Webkinz Classic, but again, from the 19th to the 27th, you'll be able to find those floating bottles of dye, or you can use a dye that you may have saved from a previous event, or the dye that we're giving away today, and of course, that premium dye that's in the W shop. So the best way to find your DIY items is to use the AZ tab. So they're going to be all grouped together because some of them are furniture, some of them are tickets, so they won't be grouped together necessarily in your dock, and unless you use this tab, and it's under D. So here we go. I have some dies left over from a previous event, but here's that retro die. So I'm going to add a retro die in there. So I need one retro die. I'll need a design ticket. And Mandy, what should we dye? Should we dye that window, the lamp, the rug, or
Let's
the
do the
armchair?
window.
Okay.
So
I
I
think
like,
that's my favorite.
yeah, the blinds are really nice. It's a very simple design. And then I love it when you add a little pattern to the blind.
Yep, absolutely. So there it is, the die, the design ticket, and one of those 4 furniture pieces. I'm gonna click make it, and then we'll see the finished product here. There you go. It's the DIY retro window. And you can see the
Yeah.
pattern on the shade there.
Very funky pattern. I love it.
Yeah, but so during the floaty clicky event, there's going to be blue, pink, green, and purple dye that you can collect by clicking on that floating bottle, and you can dye any of those pieces of furniture. So let's put in this time, let's try a rug. I've got the pink dye, and I'll put in a design ticket as well. Doesn't matter what order you put them in, as long as you have a design ticket, bottle of dye, and one of those 4 furniture pieces, you'll be able to make a dyed piece of DIY furniture. There you go. I like that because it has a
Pretty.
leaf pattern on it, right?
I can't remember all of them, but they're all slightly different patterns, right? The blue, the green, the pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely different patterns and different textures. I mentioned that we're going to be releasing a new premium dye. It's going to be the DIY pastel dye, and that's going to be available in the WShop with that retro dye for 2,000 points. And here's a look. It also incorporates all the different colors that we've used on the other dyes. So all these furniture pieces actually really work well together. And there's a look at the chair.
Oh, it's really pretty. It's sort of got a chintz pattern almost from here. Yeah, very pretty.
It is very nice. Almost, I think it looks almost like confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go to my room for a second because I've lined up all these different pieces of furniture so you can see each type of colored dye and how the furniture pieces look in room once they've been dyed.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah. So there's 2 missing, the pastel and then the white version. I can add those shortly. But yeah, just look at the pattern, the blue pattern, there's the pink with the nice sort of texture here with the purple and the green. And I mentioned I like these windows. If you walk up to the shutters open and close.
That's really nice. It really looks nice. Actually, you picked a great wallpaper because it sort of complements them all. Like the big leaf pattern on that pink rug you just made, and the blue one. I think the blue one and the retro one are maybe my favorites because they both have sort of a mod feel to them, but they're all pretty and they'll all look really good when you mix them up. And they
Yeah,
look great.
absolutely. Oh, we're testing Berry Fest right now, and that actually runs in June. It's going to be from June 20th to June 30th.
So you
But
might see some floating berries, but
yeah.
those are just our testing account.
By the way, yeah, that dye that we gave away today, that retro dye, you can use it to dye any of those 4 pieces of furniture. You don't have to wait till the event starts either because, the design tickets and those furniture pieces are in the DIY section of the WShop under fun stuff. Let me just scroll to those pastel furniture pieces that are new to the event this year, premium ones.
Oh, pretty. It's got a nice fresh feel for summer.
Yeah.
Actually, it will look nice in your in the new flower collection items. Like any of these would
Yeah, in
go
the shed.
nicely in there. Yeah, in that shed. I could sort of see this being part of a nice sunroom or shed room.
Absolutely. There you go. I just wanted to show you quickly what just the white pieces of furniture look like when you add them to your room because they are quite slick. Where's that carpet? So yeah, again, in order to find your DIY furniture pieces and dies easily, you're going to want to use the AZ tab so they'll all be grouped together. Here's the rug. Now, of course, this is just the white version, which you can purchase anytime at the WShop with Kins Cash. I had 2 windows. Oh, here we go. Actually, I wanted to show you what the 2 windows looked like when you added them to a corner because I often like to do that. That's just the white.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just the white pieces of furniture. And they still look really nice.
I like that corner effect, Michael. I'm gonna steal that one.
Yeah.
And if you put them all together, you can almost have it like a whole sunroom.
Yeah, exactly.
The windows bumped up to each other. Very cool.
Yeah, and the white ones actually complement each of the dyed ones as
totally.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you wanted to do a little living room, you could put in, like 2 of the dyed armchairs and one of the plain white ones. But so there you go.
Beautiful.
That's the event. Yeah, it's essentially a floaty clicky event, and again, it runs from May 19th to May 27th, and you'll want to play every day because when you click on that floating bottle of dye, you never know which of the 4 free dyes you're going to get. So the more you play and the more dye bottles you click on, the chances are you're going to collect more of the color dye that you actually would like. Just
And
before,
I see the cookbook, right? Did you
right.
There's the cookbook. So if you guys want to
Sorry, that's a
see
good
what's
point.
available, you can check out the little cookbook that Michael's got right there on the table. Now, will the cookbook be awarded at the beginning of the event?
It will, yes.
Okay.
When the first time you log in between the 19th and May 27th to your Webkinz Classic account, you will be awarded the guide. But again, it is available in the WShop in the fun stuff DIY section. I'm sure it's also available in the book section.
Yeah,
but,
I guess it's guide, not a cookbook. I think of them all
Yeah.
as cookbooks, but we're not cooking. We're making furniture.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the dye bottle, the floaty dye bottle looks like. So you'll want to click on it. If you see it going across your screen, there's the 4 dyes. Yeah, this guide just tells you again how it works and how you can dye your furniture. And at the end, yeah, you see every single piece of furniture and what it looks like when they are dyed.
Awesome.
It's a good guide to help you throughout this event. I just want to, before we go, Mandy, I just want to switch rooms because you're sitting in a garden shed that I built, and
Michael just left me sitting in a garden shed.
Exactly. Well, maybe you're,
I'm
doing some gardening, yeah.
Yes.
So again, here you go.
Look how cute this room is. I love the way the wallpaper turned out with that wood paneling. It's very pretty. And I love all the items.
Absolutely.
They're cute. Yeah, like the wall items. And then I think those plants were part of the boho balcony
Yeah,
thing, right?
the hanging plants, yep.
And they go perfectly in this garden
Yeah,
shed.
go
Look
well.
at how
Those
everything
windows are
works.
actually incorporated into the wallpaper.
Yeah.
But you can see there are 2 chairs here, for example. If you complete your collection before the end of the month, you can always play through it again in order to get more of those prizes. So really worthwhile. I know we've had a bunch of really positive player feedback. I think players really like this theme. And this potting shelf there, it's really nice too because you can actually add items to it. So if you have, flowers, for example, or a little book or something, you can actually add it to the table. So very convenient.
Yeah, it's nice. And we don't usually do a wallpaper flower collection event, do we? And so it's kind of nice
Right.
because I think we're calling it a shed, but I think you can use this wallpaper in so many different types of rooms that I think that's going to be a really popular one. It's very clean and simple. It will go with everything. And I like the extended roof along the top. So that's a really pretty wallpaper. I really like.
Oh yeah, the shingled roof there.
Yeah. So I can imagine some cute cottages and country homes and beach houses using that wallpaper.
Yeah, there wasn't a flooring that was released with this wallpaper, but there are a bunch of floorings that you can find in the WShop that would work well.
Totally. Yeah.
Like this whitewashed one that I'm using here.
Yeah, there's so many floorings that would go with that. So.
Yep. Anyway, Mandy, don't forget players have until May 31st in order to complete their flower collection, and you'll want to log in every day during the DIY design event to collect those bottles of dye from Thursday, May 19th. It runs until Friday, May 27th.
Yeah, and I was just going to say too that I believe until the end of May, people can keep looking for that tulip bulb floaty clicky.
Oh, right.
So you can collect more tulips for your garden, or you might get that cute little robin plushie. So good luck on getting that robin plushie because it is adorable. It was supposed to be in the eggs, and that naughty little robin snuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's in the tulip bulb.
I actually won one yesterday, so I was pretty excited. All right. So guys, thank you so much for listening. We changed our format a little bit doing these Podkinz mini, but we're going to be releasing them more often. So we'll probably talk about Webkinz next on the next one. So stay tuned to Webkinz News. Yeah, season 3.
Yeah, season 3. Gosh, I've lost track of which season we're in, but yeah.
Yeah, we can show off some of the prizes that you can win and explain seasons. It was a new feature that was launched on March 1st, and I know players are having a lot of fun doing their daily tasks and earning those seasons points. So we'll talk about that a little more next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.